Hey guys, I'm Shawn. Let's learn how to play Chris Tomlin's Is He Worthy on the piano. Let's take a listen. Do you feel the world is broken? Do you feel the shadows deepen? Do you know that all the dark won't keep the light from getting through? We do. Do you wish that you could see it all made new? We do. All right, great song, right? There's a lot of piano stuff to do in this. I'm going to hold your hand and teach you every measure all the way through the whole song, okay? So get your cup of coffee, get to your piano, your iPad, or whatever you use to learn, and we're going to get started here. I use kind of a different way to teach. I don't use traditional music notation. I use letters on the whiteboard, but it works for a lot of people that have trouble reading music or traditional music lessons didn't work for you. You just need a different way to learn. So that seems to be the formula for a lot of people. So let's learn this great song together, all right? So we have my little whiteboard here, and the left hand's on the bottom, the right hand's on the top, just like on, if you used to reading music. And the dashes are going to be for longer note values if you hold them out longer, and the curved lines are for faster note values. Some people don't even look at that. They just kind of copy what I'm doing, and if you're doing that, that's great. You can find your own way. But let's start with measure 1 here. And so the first thing you want to notice is that the left hand just has quarter notes all the way through. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just this straight rhythm. And the right hand tends to be syncopated. Da, 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 da. So a lot of it's left, right, especially when you get right here into it. See, it's left, right, left, right. Watch. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. A lot of it after that. The intro is kind of a little bit different, and I like to be exact on what they're playing. So instead of just giving you a generic way to play the beginning, I try to give you exactly what the album has so you can sound like the album, because we like to, sound like our favorite songs, right? As close as we can, at least. So we start with the left hand. We have E on the 5th finger. Okay, here's middle C. So we're next C. We're way down here. E. Oh, forgot to mention, you can download my sheets for this if you just want to do that. I have them as a link in the video description, totally for free, no strings. You can just have the sheet. It's a gift for me to you, and I enjoy that if you want to download a copy of these sheets that I'm using. All right, so E, B with a 2 finger, and then G sharp with your thumb. Now I have a big hand, so I can just reach that, but you don't have to reach it. You just swivel on that 2nd finger like that. 5, 2, 1. Okay. So practice that for a while. Okay, and after you have that, we'll try the right hand. The right hand has E to B, 2 to 1, finger 2 to finger 1, E, B in the middle of the piano. And then next is a B on the 5th finger, and then back to the E, and then B, F sharp. Okay, bum, bum, bum. So it's da, 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 da. Again. And when you put your hands together, you start with together, right, left, right, and then right, right for B, F sharp. Lots of left, right. Remember I told you that. Da, da. Work on that for a while. And you can make it smooth and flowy. Now, as you're practicing it, some of you may need to spend a whole day on that first measure. That's all right. If you're a beginner or you just need a little more time, that's a normal thing. Some of you can kind of just move on and go to the next one. But definitely make sure you have that first measure kind of under your fingers before you move on, okay? Have a success in a small area, and then you can move on and have success in another small area, and eventually you'll learn the whole thing, okay? So don't frustrate yourself by trying to learn the whole thing at once. Okay, now here's the next measure. A, B, G sharp, B. So A in the thumb, here on the left hand, then a B. I'm using my 3rd finger. You can use whatever you want, a 5. And then G sharp, and then a B. So, bum, bum, A, B, G sharp, B. Okay? And it is some stretches in there. Just make sure you're flexible in your wrist, moving around. Right hand has B, F sharp, E, B, E, B. Okay? Bum, 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 bum. All right, so we begin here with the left hand. Left, right, and then together, then an E, and then a left, G sharp, right hand, B, and then together, and then a B. Again. Make a little loop out of it. Okay, now what do we do after we learn that second measure? So now we time together, okay? We learned one thing, here a little, there a little. Now we're going to put them together, okay? So let's do the first two measures together, and go. Okay, again. A little bit more faster. We want it to flow, but you do have to learn the nuts and bolts first. All right, now the next part is kind of the same thing, but not exactly. Right, remember, I'm trying to give you exactly what's in the thing. So I listen to every single little note that I can and give you exactly what I hear. So E, B, G sharp, and then a B, just like that first measure, except we have a B at the end. Okay? I like to play the second B with my third finger so that I can reach the A here, and then G sharp. Right hand is B, higher B, to E, to F sharp, and then we put our hands together. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So that's strictly left, right. Again. Work that out. Work on it for a while. Here's the next measure. A with the left hand, then right hand goes B, B, F sharp, E, and then left hand G sharp, and then right hand B, E, B. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and put it on a loop. Now what do we do? Here a little, there a little. Now we put them together. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our, we worked our first Lego package here, worked our second Lego package. Now we're going to put them together, okay, if you've ever done Legos. That's how they do it. And, yeah, this is a great song. The first line, do you feel the world is broken? Do you feel the shadows deepen? We can kind of feel that in the world today, right? But we've also all felt that in our lives at one time or another. So this is a great song to identify with that and then to see the solution. So let's try to put all four measures together. So we have our intro now, okay? So I'm going to go slow for you so you can hear the whole intro, and go. Okay, that might not have been slow enough for some of you, but now if I got a little faster, make it flowy. Okay, there we go. So that's the intro. Now let's move on, okay? So you've had that part one. You might want to pause your video and come back and for the verse part. And then, but it's important to break up your practice sessions instead of trying to learn the whole thing at once. Learn that first part, practice it, get it down till you feel pretty good about it, and then try something else. So don't move on till you feel pretty good about that one little part you're working on, okay? So the next section is the verse. And on the flip side of that is don't be too hard on yourself. Some of you are really, really hard on yourself, and if you don't get it perfect every time, you're just so frustrated. None of us are perfect, so just give it your best, get in there and work at it. This is going to be a lot like the first measure and the third measure, okay, but a little bit different. In fact, if you're just looking for a way to play the measure, the E chord, this is the way to do it. These two right here, you could just play it that way every time, because the player who's playing here, I don't know exactly who's playing in the recording, but they do it a little bit different every time. I'm trying to give you those differences. But if you just want one way to play it, these two will work for you. Okay, so here we go. E, B, G sharp. And again, I play a 2 on that B, and then I play a third finger on it so that I can reach the A a little bit easier. The G sharp B. So let's do these two measures kind of together. It says, do you feel the world is broken? We do. And then let's go ahead and look at this. It's the same thing, right? Same exact thing. And practicing that left hand alone is very good. The left hand here, as it is in many things, is the foundation of everything, okay? So it's going to be a strict quarter note beat, and even play it enough to where you kind of get it physically memorized, and that'll make the right hand easier, okay? A lot of times we feel like, oh, I can't get my hands together, and that's usually because we haven't studied the left hand by itself enough for it to be kind of memorized so that we can concentrate on the right hand, okay? So memorize that left hand. Let it always be the first thing you do, not the thing you dread and the thing you do last. All right, so those are those two measures. The right hand, E, B, E, F sharp, B, E, B, B. And you can play that with one position. Look, I just get my fingers all ready. Now this is a strict left, right thing. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, left, right, all the way. Practice it again. Now let's try to sing it a little bit. Do you feel the world is broken? Do you? Okay. And then we move on. Now we're on a new chord. I'm going to get a little drink here. Okay. All right, so we were playing an E chord. Now we're going to go to a C sharp minor chord. Okay, so it's C sharp, G sharp, C sharp, G sharp. Now you don't have to reach so much. You don't have to do like this. You know, that reach that thumb up. You can just stay right there in that octave and a fifth. C sharp, G sharp, C sharp. That's hard to say. All those sharps. But you see those two measures? It's just C sharp, G sharp, C sharp all the way. Right hand, E, E, G sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, C sharp. So bum, 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 bum. And then right here it's, so you have two fast notes right here. Da, da, da. Actually three if you start with a D sharp. Ba, 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 bum, ba, 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 bum, bum. So it goes left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Together, together, left, right. Again. Again. Now, if you're playing this and then you think, man, mine just doesn't sound like Shawn. That's not smooth. It sounds real robotic. That's probably because your balance is off. And what I mean by that is your right hand needs to be a little heavier than your left. Your left hand needs to be just smooth and underneath. And the right hand can have a little more loudness, a little more pressure on the fingertips. And that'll make the balance sound better. If everything's the same volume, then you get robotic sounding. But if you, instead of, that sounds like a robot, right? So you smooth it up and make that right hand a little louder, left hand a little softer. Okay, so that's the C sharp measure. And again, each chord may take, you may need to spend a day on each one, and you'll eventually get it. So let's put it together. Let's start at the beginning of the verse. Do you feel the world is broken? Do you feel ashamed? I stopped singing because I'm singing. This is brand new to me too. I just learned this today, so I'm not quite ready to play this exactly. I mean, I can play the chord, you know, for sure and sing it, but I want to make sure I hit all the notes for you guys. Do you feel the shadows deepen? There, I did it. Okay, and then you have the same thing. Don't you love it when you're playing music and you have something that's exactly the same? So you don't have to learn anything new. So you've learned two measures. Well, you've learned four because the C sharp measure is going to be the same. Okay, and that's great, isn't it, when that happens? So you had feel the shadow again. Okay, now we're going to go to a happy chord and A chord. You know that all the darkness, or all the dark won't keep the light from coming through. There we go. So I didn't play this exactly right on the intro because I just knew what chord it was. But I'm going to try to get it exactly right for you now. Okay, so you can print this out, right? Just download the link for free, and you can print it out and then write on it and make your own markings on it. A C sharp E. So again, 5, 2, 1. It's a reach, but don't try to reach it. Even if you have a big enough hand, you just swivel on that middle finger. You pivot like that. And And then you say, well, why isn't there an A there? Because I didn't hear the piano player play an A, and I like to give you exactly what they're doing, and I didn't hear it. With my headphones on, I didn't hear them play a bass note there. I just heard. But you can put an A there if you want to on the pinky. That's fine. So, that's why I didn't put it there, because I didn't hear it. A, E, C sharp, E, and then if you want to play an A, you can. Maybe he tried to play it and didn't come out. Sometimes that happens. And yes, that'll happen in recording. They'll just leave it in. C sharp, E. All right, so right hand, E, C sharp, E, B. So it's left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Now I'm playing strong and robotic when I'm learning it because I want to enter it into my brain exactly right. So definite. Then I'll smooth it out. Okay, it's like Bob Ross. He puts he puts all the colors up there. You're like, man, that's harsh. And then he gets that fan brush and he smooths it out. Okay, so we'll smooth it out later. But first, we've got to just get all the colors on there, get the notes. And I love this measure. So we have D sharp, E, A, E, E. That B is in parentheses because the second time he does a B instead of an E, or whoever, if it's a lady doing it, I don't know. D sharp, E, A, E, E. Left hand, E, C sharp, E. So it's right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Hands together. Do you know? Okay, again. Well, you could even play that D sharp with your left hand if you want. If you want. But the second time, see that 2? That's kind of my shorthand for saying play it 2 times. It just saves me having to write it out again, and you can just do it again. Then the second time, it's a B. See? So that second time, you can play a B. So the first time, second time. Just a beautiful piano part all by itself, right? So we just had, and then, now I've already taught you this, okay? I've already taught you how to play these 2 measures, so I won't teach it again. You can just, okay? Don't you wish that you could see it all made new? That's this part. So it's G sharp minor. This was an E chord. This was an A chord. I mean, this was an E chord. All of it was an E. That whole part. Now this is a G sharp minor. You might wonder sometimes, why do they write in the key with so many sharps? I don't want to play in sharps. Well, it usually has to do with what key that the singer's voice is going to sound the best in. That's what determines it. So they may have, Chris may sing it in several different keys, and they pick the key where it just has that, just hits it right for him, for his voice. And so it ends up being in the key of E, and that's, we got to learn to play in sharps. But it's okay. You'll manage. All right, so G sharp, D sharp, B, D sharp, C sharp, D sharp, B, D sharp, okay? So same kind of thing. You just pivot on that on that 2 finger. Showing you 2 measures at once here. Now the right hand is D sharp, D sharp, D sharp, C sharp, and then you don't have a note, you don't have a right hand note there in the gap. You have it here though in the D sharp. Then E, okay? So you have right here, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, and then left, then right. So it's going to feel a little weird right there not having a right hand note. Okay, so there's no, you're going to hold that. You're going to feel like you're all out there on your own holding that C sharp, and it's okay. Sounds fine when you get going. Beautiful, isn't it? A, E, C sharp, E. That's the A chord we already learned. Right hand has D sharp, A, E, B. So you have left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And then the A chord finishes here. So beautiful. D sharp first, right hand E, E, A, C sharp. So left, right, left, right, left. Okay. So right here. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Now let's start right here. Do you wish that you could see it made new? Is that how it goes? Do you wish that you could see it all made new? Do you wish that you could see it all made new? That's what we're doing. Now I'm going to play it. One more time. Do you wish? We do, and then we go here. So we do. Now there's a 2. So what does that mean? You do it again. So, but it doesn't do it 2 times the first time. We're going to repeat some of this. I have it in parentheses because you don't do it 2 times yet. You only do it 1 time now. And you already know that because you already learned it. You already learned the E. Now what do? Well, we have black dot to black dot. So that's a repeat. We go back to the verse and we play from black dot to black dot. I have a lot of symbols in my stuff that people say, what is that? What is that? Well, the dashes usually stand for a longer note value. You hold it longer. Curved line will mean maybe 8th notes or 16th sometimes, so they're faster. And you say, well, how do I know which one? You just watch me do it and listen to it, and you kind of learn the counting as you hear me play it. So the sheet ends up being a guide, but you use your ear mainly as you see me demonstrate, and the paper kind of helps you. Okay, this is what chord we're on, and then that's kind of how it works. So the black dot is kind of just a system for my showing you how to repeat. I have had a lot of people that didn't speak English in the beginning of my lessons on YouTube, and it was just kind of a way for me to just draw symbols, and they would know what I was talking about for repeating. So let's repeat. Here's the black dot repeat, okay? So this is the second black dot. We're going to play it here. It's essentially doing the verse and chorus again, okay? So you're going to get to hear a bunch of it. There's the first black dot. So we do the repeat. Da-na-da-na-na-na-na. Then we're C sharp. Da-da-da-na. I'm going to scroll. There we go. Second time. Da-na-na. Then we're there. We do. Now we're on the 2. Now we're going to do it 2 times. Second time. Now you're ready for the chorus. Is anyone worthy? Is anyone whole? Na-na-na-na-na-na, to open the scroll. Na-na-na-na, 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 na-na-na-na. Okay, so you got, he doesn't know the words. No, I don't. I typically don't know the lyrics. I hear music, and I know music very well, but lyrics just don't stick in my head. I knew kind of some of it there, so I kind of hum along so you know where we are at least. So forgive me for not knowing all the lyrics, but, he is worthy to open the scroll, right? So this is great, right? So in the verse we had, the world is dark. We feel the darkness. We feel the shadows. Wouldn't we like to see it made new? And that's what the scroll does. If the scroll is not open, all the things that God was going to finish, our resurrection, the millennium, the God restoring everything, Jesus, all of that stuff that God was going to do. If no one can open the scroll, then none of that happens. You get the feeling of that. So he's worthy. So then we have this rejoicing in the chorus that I love. So we're at 1:19, okay? 1:19 right there. What I do on this is kind of a shorthand that I use for playing music like this. So instead of writing out a bunch of left-hand patterns in here and confusing you to death, I'm just going to write an A. So we're going to play an A octave, and you're just going to go down, down, and down, 2, 4, and you B. You could even put a fifth in there, the F sharp, and then the A, you could put a 2 finger on the A, but 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's more effective in this type of playing, just to show you what octave it is and let you just kind of feel the rhythm, okay? Because that's what piano players do. We don't want it all, in this type of music. I don't want it all written out like I do in Bach or Beethoven or something. I just want to know what the octave is, and I can just get the feel of it. When you learn how to do that, it's so freeing, okay? And you can't learn how to do that till you just kind of jump in there, okay? So give it a try. If you don't know what to do, just play it 4 times. But if you can go, na 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 na, na 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 na, and open the scroll. All right. So there's your A, right hand A, C sharp E. I'm gonna play it with 1, 2, 3, and then C sharp E A. So in this part here, my specialty is I kind of listen to stuff and I try to get it exactly right, but sometimes you can't really hear the piano because maybe the person doing the producing turns the piano down and lets the other instruments come in and kind of take over, so you can't really hear the piano. So I have to kind of come up with something to play here, and I kind of hear the piano very faintly once in a while, but I hear the other instruments, so I try to make it sound satisfying in a way that's gonna work on piano. So this isn't necessarily a piano part I hear, but I'm hearing the other instruments. So that's what I'm doing. A, C sharp, E, 1, 2, 3, and then 2, 3, 5 on C sharp, E, A. But I go ahead and get my hand positioned for that entire A chord. Is anyone worthy? And then I hear B, E, G sharp. I hear this chord, E, G sharp, B in it, on top of the A bass still. So you have hear that sound? Is anyone worthy? Na, 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 na. So here we go to B. Right hand F sharp, B, D sharp. I'm using 2, 4, 5, which is very weird. I'm kind of classically trained, so I do weird stuff, fingerings. Most of you probably want to go 1, 3, 5. And then D sharp, F sharp, B, 1, 2, 3. And I kind of like this, C sharp, D sharp, because I hear an instrument do this. But I like octaves. So feel free to do an octave there if you want. So here we go. Is anyone 2 and 3 and 4? Na 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 na. 3 and. This is so fun to play this. E, G sharp, C sharp with a 4th finger, then an E on the top. Left hand C sharp. 1, 2, and 3. All right, count. So this is 2 counts now. See, it's the little line there is longer than the other ones. No, it's not an exact science, but you can kind of look at it and kind of tell how long. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so C sharp minor, 1, 2, 4, 5. Count 3 is D sharp, F sharp, B, F sharp. D sharp, F sharp, B, D sharp. Now I'll give you a little hint. If you ever have a 4-note chord and you go, I just can't do those 4 notes. I was doing so good. Now I'm really frustrated. Leave the bottom one off. Play the top 3 and leave the bottom one off. Anytime you have a 4-note chord, leave the bottom one off if you just need to, okay? And it's still going to sound good. See, that's still sounding good, right? I don't have to have the 4th one. But if you can do it, go for it. 1, 2, and 3, and then you hear this, open the scroll. So I love it when the accompaniment of the piano or the instruments copies the vocal line, and it does right there. So you have E, G sharp, B with 1, 2, 4, and then I'm going to go E, A, C sharp with 1, 3, 5. The E stays. If you ever have a group of notes together or a group of chords together, find the notes that the same. If there's a note that's the same, it'll be your rock. It'll be your measuring point. So in those chords, what note is always the same? The E on the thumb. So you can, right? So notice that the E is the rock, and the other ones just move. In the 3rd count, I hear E, G sharp, C sharp. So see the curved line? So those notes go a little faster. 3. Now on this one, I hear a bass go to B, and I hear this chord. I only hear it this one time though. B, E, F sharp, B. So I have. You may not like that. It's very faint, and they don't ever do it again. So it can be your choice whether you play this or not. I only hear it the first time, though. When I say first time, I mean the first time through the chorus. But if you don't want to play it at all, you don't have to. It's very faint. 3. So I just left it out, or I can leave it in. 3 and 4 and. So da-na-na. Anyone? So here it's E, G sharp, B, A, E, C sharp, bum, bum, bum. And then I hear this. You recognize that from the song? The piano doing that? No, I don't think so, but I hear instruments doing that. So that's why I like to put it in there. So D sharp, B, G sharp, E. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're advanced, you can do double stops. You can go. Or you can just do this. So. So da 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 da. F sharp, B, C sharp. F sharp, B, D sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4. That little bracket tells me that this is a triplet, okay? And you may not need to even know that. You may just be copying me on the rhythm. 2, 3, 4. C sharp octave, D sharp octave. So here we have E, G sharp, B, E, C sharp in the bass. That's a C sharp minor 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Counts 3, 4. E, B, D sharp, E. Listen to that dissonance. It's beautiful. Like it? All right, so 1, 2. So here we have E, G sharp, B. Isn't that beautiful to just cut to that? Now, I gave you some chords here. When Chris does it, is he what? When he sings that part, I only hear the piano on this time, not doing the whole chord. But I got to give you a chord there because if you're playing by yourself, you just got to have it. You don't have the synthesizers and all that of the album. So 3 and 4. Now, we're going to move on, but let's kind of recap what we've done here at minute 19, okay? Take a little break, get a sip of coffee, okay? And then we'll try this, but make sure you're learning this in the same way that you learned the beginning, piece by piece. Learn a piece, learn another piece, put them together. And don't move on until you feel comfortable with that. Fairly confident, 75% is good, 75, 80%, then move on. And yes, you can come back to the piano and feel like you've totally forgotten everything, but you haven't. It's still in there. You just got to dig it out again, okay? So you haven't lost anything. You just kind of forgot, but it's in there. All right, so here we go. And go. Is anyone ready? Ba, 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 ba. Na, 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 to open the scroll. 2, 3, 4. Na, 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 and 3 and 4. Now let this kind of fade away. Softer, so that, see, that contrast between loud and soft is going to be really cool when you do it, when you play this. Guys, you should learn this and then have worship at your home. Have some people over, gather together with your brothers and sisters in Christ, have them over, learn this, and just sing this song. I mean, you can sing this song for hours. It's such a great song, okay? You can just have worship on one song. Learn this one song. Say, this is the only song I can play, but let's do it. So C sharp, D sharp. I'm going to use the third finger way up here now. We're up high. And then E, G sharp, E with 1, 2, 5. D sharp, F sharp, D sharp with 1, 2, 5. Left hand, now look, it's so high that I wrote some of it in the right hand part because it's so high. C sharp, G sharp, C sharp. So I have, that's this. Da-da-dum. 1, 2, 3. Is he worthy? Is this D sharp, F sharp, D sharp, 1, 2, 5. Left hand, B, F sharp, B, 1, 2, 5. Is he worthy? Is he worthy? B, E, B. Left hand, G sharp, E, G sharp. C sharp, E, C sharp. Left hand, E, A, E, A. All right, so let's go back here and go. Is he worthy? Is he worthy? Done a blessing and honor and glory. That 2-4 there, excuse me. All right, that 2-4 means there's 2 counts there. Blessing and honor and 1, 2. If you don't even need to know that, if you're playing it fine without it, don't even think about it. But I'm just putting it there. Those of you who say, oh, that doesn't have 4 counts in that measure. No, it doesn't. 1, 2. But you may already have a feel for it, so don't worry yourself with the 2-4. If you already have the feel for it, just play it. So these two chords are the same chords we played here. It's just 1, 2, and then we're back to 4-4. B, E, B, left hand G sharp, E, G sharp, like we learned over here. And then we go to the A chord like we have here, okay? So starting there, is he worthy? Is he worthy? Na, 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 na. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is he worthy of this? Okay. B, A, C sharp, E, G sharp. 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, left hand C sharp, G sharp. 1, 2, count 3 is B, D sharp, F sharp, left hand B, F sharp. Then a B, there we go, and then A, B, C sharp, E, left hand on an A, octave maybe. And you say, ooh, what chord is that? It's beautiful. It's an A add 9. You've heard that kind of chord. So it's 1, 2, 3 of this 2, 3, 4. Okay, so right here. Is he 1, 2, 3, 4? 2, 3, 4. All right. And then we have the E chord pattern 2 measures, which we've learned, which is that's that, right? I just didn't write it. I got lazy and didn't write it. There it is, right up there. Just play it up there. It's just flash your eyes up there to that 2 measures there. And then we have this. So it's da 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 da. So C sharp E in the right hand, G sharp, D sharp, G sharp, A, E, B, A. So dun 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 dun. Okay. So E measure 2 pattern. So we have okay. So if we play this whole section at a minute 19, here's the chorus. Anyone worthy? Na 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 na. Na 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 to open the scroll. Na na na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. And soften. Is he worthy? Is he worthy? Blessing and honor and glory. 4. Is he 1, 2, 3, 4? 2. E measure for 2. And then right there. Red dot to red dot. Figure I'll use a different camera. Here's the wide angle. All right, yeah, that's not real brick behind me. That's fake brick, but it looks cool. So I got it from, Lowe's and tacked it up. My son helped me. So, yeah. We have another repeat now. This is a red dot repeat. So find the red dots, okay, instead of the black dots, and we're going to do that. So that's essentially going to be verse and chorus again. I'm actually going to go through that with you. I told you I was going to hold your hand every step of the way. And this video could be used over weeks or months. You just hit the pause, I play it, and then you hit pause and you work on it, and then you move on. Don't try to keep up with me. That's some things, a mistake people make sometimes, is you're trying to keep up with me during the teaching lesson. And if you could do that, you wouldn't need anyone to teach you, okay? So hit pause, practice, and then you're ready to move on. Now we're going to look at the red dot repeat. So here it is, okay? So here's the second red dot. That's where we end. So we're going to go back to the first red dot. You might remember seeing it right up here at the chorus, at the verse, at the beginning. So let's kind of go through it. Here's the red dot repeat. It's the verse. Da, 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 da. C sharp minor. Let me scroll. Top of the page. A. Again. G sharp minor now. Da, 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 da. I messed that up. Let's start here. the E measure. Second time. And then, is anyone? Keep going. Here's the chorus. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. And open the scroll. There's the red dot. So don't just get happy and da 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 and then keep going, because that's not what it does. It's da 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 3, 4, and then we have something else because there's a second page. And remember, you can download the sheets. There's a link in the description. You just download the sheets and see the second sheet. Here's the second sheet. We are at 3 minutes and 9 seconds into. I'm listening to it on iTunes, so 3 minutes and 9 seconds in, because the chorus expands now, okay? So it doesn't go to this, not yet. The chorus is going to kind of extend. So at 3:09, we have... And then 3:34, and then we're back to this, okay? So this is an extension of the chorus, just to keep it going a little longer, okay? So we have C sharp E, and if it was the same, I would just say repeat, but it's not. So we're gonna see what it does. C sharp E A, then a G sharp, then the chord. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Left hand goes C sharp A. So da na na, da na na na. Now I heard a B, I think, as I'm listening to it on the TV. So either I forgot to write a B or I didn't hear it when I did it, but you can put a B in there for me. If you printed this out, put your B there, all right? See, no one of us is perfect. So my sheet has a mistake, maybe. D sharp and then a B there. I'm going to put a B because I like it. 3, 4, and. So these measures are similar, okay? A chord, B chord. So 1 and 2 and. So I'm sorry, 1 and. I did it wrong. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3. So the rhythm's not similar though. It's 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Then we have E, G sharp, B on the right, left hand on an E. Let's do a low E. I like it. And then the same chord on count 3, we go to G sharp. 1 and 2. So we learned this already, so let's just do it. 3, 4. Count 3 is C sharp, E, G sharp, and then an A, C sharp, E. Okay, so ba 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 bum, 3, 4. So this is E, C sharp, G sharp, left hand on a C sharp, and 2 and. So 1 and 2. So here it's D sharp, F sharp, B. And I left a D sharp off of there, so put a D sharp in there if you would for me. I like it low. G sharp, maybe, and then B, E, B, 1 and 2 and then we go to an A chord, C sharp, E, C sharp, left hand on an A. Na 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 na. So E, G sharp, C sharp, left hand on a C sharp. B chord, D, F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, B. And then B, E, B, left hand, G sharp, E, G sharp. And then C sharp, E, C sharp, left hand on an A. And now we're to this. Okay, so before we learn that, I'm just going to play it now from 3:09. And 1. Na 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 na. Beautiful. Ba-da-da. that a beautiful chord? Listen to that. Beautiful. So what is that chord, Shawn? A 7 9. It's an A9. Okay, so C sharp, G sharp, C sharp, E, G sharp on the right. 1, 2, count 3, 4 is B, D sharp, E, F sharp. I love that. Hear the dissonance on purpose. Dissonance on purpose. 2, 3, 4. B, C sharp, E, G sharp on the right, left hand, A, E, A. 2, and the piano goes B, D sharp, and then it does this. Then we're leading up to the He Is, right? We've been asking the question the whole song, is He worthy? He is. And He's the only one that's worthy. B, C sharp, E, G sharp, B, D sharp, and then A, C sharp, left hand on A, E, E, C sharp, E, B. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and He is, and then we're to this. But before we do to that part, He is, 334 again. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Ba, 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 na, 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 na. 2, 3, 4, 1. He is, and then we're here. All right, last stretch. So if you're still with me, great. Glad to have you still with me. Hope you learn the whole thing, and then, you know, sing and play and have worship with your family and your friends. And it's great. This is one of those songs that a lot of people will know, even if you know, they won't have to kind of learn it. So if you're starting a praise and worship thing, it's always good to start with a song that everybody's already kind of heard before, so they don't have to learn the song. They can just jump in and sing it. Even if they don't know all the words, they'll know the chorus, you know. So that's a little tip for you there if you're considering doing that. Okay, so there's our old friendly E chord. And we've already learned it, and it's left, right, all the way, right? And then we do C sharp, but we stay low. I kind of filled in a little bit because the piano player kind of leaves some things out, probably on purpose, but it would just sound kind of empty if I didn't add a little bit. All right, and it's not up high. This time it's low. So it's left, right still. C sharp, G sharp, C sharp on the left. Right hand, G sharp, E, G sharp, D sharp. And then F sharp, C sharp, E, E, left, right. And then there's our A chord. A, E, right hand, E, C sharp, E, B, E, A. Kind of moving along because you've already done these patterns in the song. And then is He worthy? So F sharp, C sharp, F sharp, B, F sharp, left hand, B, F sharp, B. So it's left, right, left, right. Now I've used a black dot and a red dot. So now I'm going to use a black triangle, okay? Where's the black triangle? It's up right up there. So we do it again. Sorry. Is He worthy? Is He worthy? He is. And then, so you did the repeat. Now you do it at 4 minutes and 17 seconds. This is the end of the song. Very lightly. This is in parentheses because I barely hear it. I hear the chord, B, E, G sharp, pretty strong, and then A, and then a G sharp, really soft. But this is... Yeah, so it's A, E, C sharp, and then D sharp, E, B. Change your pedal there. That actually changes the chord and just does a B octave here. So it's... You hold it, and then you're done. Okay, so E, C sharp, E, B, E, A. Then your last chord, B, E, G sharp, left hand on the E octave. And then soft A, G sharp if you want to do that. I hear it very lightly. Okay, that's why I put it in parentheses. So if you do that last time, the last triangle to triangle part, you start over. He is. Is he worthy? Is he worthy? You skip over to here. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you have fun learning. And if you need some help with it, put it in the comments. I read my comments, so I'll try to help you, in the comments there if you need help with it. I'll be glad to help you any way I can. Don't forget to download the sheets for free. Guys, I hope you just accept this as a gift from the Lord. And I was happy to do it for you guys. Talk to you later.